Alrighty, hey guys, Shane here, Shane Golf. I'm going to do some random stuff today. We're going to talk, I've put a few bullet points on the board just to jog my memory as we go. We're going to talk zero to start with. We're going to do some random shots, some random aim, random grip, random setup, random swings, and still try and deliver the ball to target. We're going to do target line focus, visualizing shots. All of that kind of stuff. But I first wanted to talk about zero. And I think it's something that I see more and more as I speak to more people with launch monitors, people that have had maybe lesson experiences as well. I'm going through and kind of hunting for zero. Now, I don't like zero at all. Any of you guys that watch my streams, you'll know that I like to sling it. I hit it from right to left. I draw everything in. I visualise it that way and hit it that way. Kind of gives me that one-way miss that I like, which is slightly left. Don't know where it's going. The reason I don't like zero, if you think about it, it's obvious. If you go zero path, the only face position that works with a zero path is zero. So I see on a daily basis from every level of golfer, myself included, the biggest inconsistency is face to path. Now, most people come in here, haven't had a go on launch monitor, and they deliver very consistent path, even though they feel like they're changing and they're oh, let me try my different swing. Is very much the same path. All they're doing is they're moving the club face, so club face is changing as they deliver it. Now, it's something that if that can't be controlled, if you're delivering the club path at zero, trying to get as little side spin as possible, if you leave the club face, say 3 degrees open, this isn't a lot at all really, 3 degrees open to that zero pass, so 3 degrees open to target, the ball is going to start right and it's going to curve right. If you leave the club face 3 degrees closed to path and target, it's going to start left and it's going to go left. So you then have a two-way miss. You stand on the golf course, you're on a tee, you've got trouble down the left, you've got trouble down the right. I don't want to hit it left, I don't want to hit it right, and you're stuffed, basically. So I don't like zero for that reason. I think so many people kind of go hunting for zero and it just sends them backwards. I much prefer a shape and a path. I've always hit it right to left. I've tried over the years to bring my path down to zero, and I think, to be fair, when I got HMT, I went zero hunting and my game went backwards. I've always had a left miss in the bag, very, very rarely missed it right, and all of a sudden I had this two-way miss and it was destructive. I didn't know where it was going. I hated golf. And it kind of stopped me playing for a bit. So don't go zero hunting, go for shape hunting. I don't care if it's a fade or a draw. Draw doesn't go longer than a fade, blah, blah, blah. Find a shape that suits you, play your natural shape, use your natural swing and learn to control that, very much how I coach. Let's try and get the best out of your swing. So play that shape. Now, good numbers for you to look for. For every 1 degree you start the ball off target, so say you start the ball 1 degree to the right, it should spin 200 the opposite way to come back to target. So if you're starting it 3 degrees to the right, it should spin 600 to the left to come back to target, subject to strike, lie angle, blah, blah, blah. But that's kind of the numbers you're looking for. So try and hit a shape. My club face control at the minute is not that great. I haven't been practicing, but I like that kind of start it a little bit up the right, have it draw back. Yes, it's a little bit much, but I've swung it 7 into it. I've got face 5 closed. It's come back a little bit left of target because it's got a little bit more spin on it than it should have. But that's better. I'm not gonna leave that face 7 open to target. To hit it mild right, to get the face square to path. it's not going to be that bad. So that's my 0. I'm not going to rant on about 0 anymore. That's my 0 kind of talk done. Don't go hunting for 0. Pick a shape that you like, your natural shape. Don't try and fight against your natural shape. Go with it. Embrace it. Embrace that shape that you have. Let's do some target line focus. This is something that comes up a lot. So I have in my bay here, I've got my ball set up and I've got 2 lines. They're only kind of like that long. They're on the floor. They're going down the target line. I had so many people come in here the first time they've experienced in here on a simulator, hitting into a screen. And everything is square. You're in a square room, you've got square mat lines, you've got ball on the screen, you've got target on the screen, everything is lined up. And of course everybody sees that, and what they do is they hit the ball at the target. Hello, yeah. So they start the ball at the target. So I've got my ball on the screen there, my target line is there. Now if I hit, I'll hit it 1.7 left. If I hit it there with my shape, I'm done. That's left of left. And this is what so many people do. They kind of don't visualise, and it's difficult in here because I'm getting that feedback. I started that 1.7 left. Now, if you're playing on a golf course and I start the ball 3 degrees right, I don't see that I start the ball 3 degrees right. I do start the ball 3 degrees right, but I don't actually see that. And you kind of don't think about it, it's not in your thought process, so you kind of stand in here and all of a sudden you've got the target, you can see where the ball starts because you've got a tracer, and you end up starting it too straight to target. So you have to visualise your shape. You know your shape, you've all got launch monitors, you all know your, which is, oh, is it choppy? Let me tether it. Is it that bad? Let me have a little play before I carry on. Yeah, we're back up. Good. Let me have a look. One back, or not back. Yeah, we're back up. Good. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. Yeah, good. I've got no idea where I was now. Yeah, we're back up. Good. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. Wasn't it? It was not trying to hit it straight. You know what shape you're hitting. We've all got launch. I've got no idea where I was now. It's kind of Hardy Boys. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. You know what shape you hit. So you know what for that shape. You have to visualise. I've got no idea where I was now. We stand behind it. It's kind of Hardy Boys. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. You know what shape you hit. So I do say that here. So I do have to visualise. I've got no idea where I was now. We stand behind it. It's kind of Hardy Boys. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. You know what shape you hit. So I do say that here. So I do have to visualise. So I'm aiming at that. I'm three. You know what shape you hit. So I do say that here. So I do have to visualise. I'm aiming at that. I'm three. You know what shape you hit. So I do say that here. Visualisation. I'm aiming at that. I'm three. You know what shape you hit. So I do say that here. Visualisation. Bit of discussion amongst the group. I don't have a huge thing with aim and setup. I don't have a huge thing with aim that way. I should have practiced it. Down that target. I understand where I'm to hit me. I don't have a huge thing with A. This way. Down that target. I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing with down that I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing down that I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing down that I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing down that I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing down that I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing down that I don't have a huge thing with A. I don't have a massive thing oh, it's all got a bit peaked on, really, isn't it? That's got to be better now, though. Oh, there you go. Oh, nightmare. It was all going too well. Where did I get up to? Random aim, wasn't it? Random stuff. So, yeah, I don't have a massive thing with aim as long as you visualise the shot. So I can aim over at the huts over on the left-hand side there, so I aim everything down the left side. But I know my target is there. I'm still going for those two branches up there. So I'm going to stand that way. I know my target line is over there. I'm aiming at the bushes and the huts over on the left. Target's over that way. I'm still going to deliver my swing towards that target because that's what's in my mind. Just hear it so many times. Oh, well, your feet were pointing that way. Oh, my feet were pointing that way, but I'm not intending to hit it that way. You stand behind tour players. If you ever watch an event, you stand behind tour players, and you'll see that most of them don't aim actually where they end up hitting it. So aim at the right-hand side, right of that bunker. Again, I know my target is down that line. It's just boring, isn't it? Same shot over and over. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Just visualise the shot. Visualise where where you want it to go. Visualize where you want it to start. That will overpower most things. The next thing we're going to talk about is doing random stuff. Now, I've done a video on this before where I encourage people to practice random, and it's gripping it like this. I'm going to grip it with that club face, probably not quite that close, maybe 45 degrees closed or something like that, and try not to hit it left. So I'm going to try and hold this one off, so club face very closed. Again, I know where I want the ball to start, I know where I want the ball to finish. I've still got it closed. Going to try and hit the target still, and it's still very closed. So I've manipulated that through impact to try and keep the club face pointing at the target, or at my intended target start line through impact. Harder one is club face then wide open, so I'm going to open that face right up. Now obviously I've got to work the hands over hard to try and square that club face up into the ball. It's a little bit harder, this one. I'll give it. Yeah, closing rate has gone up higher. Face is still open. Still delivered it to target. And this is, for me, this is a skill that just isn't there anymore. Everybody's like, oh, you've got to get it in this position at that point, that position, then you've got to get that wrist there, and then you've got to shallow, and all that crap that just drives me bonkers. It doesn't need those thoughts. Just the art of hitting the ball towards a hole is kind of going, really, I think. What else can we do? We can put the ball position, these are funky ones, these ones, so we can put the ball position back in the stance. I'm going to put it opposite, I don't know if you can see that really, you can't see my ball, but ball position is back opposite my right toe, and I'm going to try and hit a high shot from here, so hopefully you can kind of see that's more back in my stance. If I put the club head behind the ball, it's there. And I'm going to try and hit a high one, so I'm going to try and get that delivered into there. Get a bit of scooping going on. I'm just going to try and hit a high shot towards target. Goes against everything you kind of think you do from ball position back in the start. I'm going to try and hit a high one. Oh, that's high. How far back in the stance that was. And I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to put it forward in the stance. So again, opposite the left toe. And I'm now going to try and hit a low one, so I'm going to try and get the handle in there first and try and launch it. I mean, it won't be massively lower. I'm hoping if I can get this to launch at 18 or 19, that would be pretty good. So again, ball opposite the toe. I'm going to try to deliver it. Balance wasn't so good, but it's low, it's 17. Oh, it's longer. Maybe I should do it like that all the time. But it's lower, so I've managed to deliver it that way, even though the ball position was further forward in the stance. We can do, again, this is another one, we can do some kind of random swings. We can couture it. We can swing it really flat, set up a bit lower, swing it really flat, and try and hit the ball at target. Go on then. We can then stand closer to it and try and swing it up and down. See if we can get a verbal angle of attack of like -10. He'll love me for that. So upright. Oh, missed it right. Oh, it's only -5. I did thin it. Oh, 93 miles an hour. I need more width. Maybe that's the answer. More width at the top. Is the answer. Something higher shank. Mix it up a bit. Don't be afraid to mix it up a bit. What else could you do? You could aim up the right and then try and hit a fade. Practice the old over the top swing. Aim up the right. Try and hit a fade. Oh yeah. Aim down the left and try and hit a draw. Reroute it. Aim down the left. Try and hit a draw. Reroute it. Oh, it's not on target. It's rerouted. Mix it around. Play with it. Hit random shots. Move the ball position around. Experiment with it. Learn to hit it from a variety of different setups, swings. I know you're trying to find your own swing, but learn to control it. The only thing that matters in a golf swing is what you do from there to there. I know you can't see that down at the ball there, but from there to there is all that matters. You could swing it up here and give it that for all it matters. Fat it in the lake, in the pond. Not even got that far. Right, Tommy, what you got? If you're doing massive slice off that building to target, how would you change your setup swing to when you aimed at the hut earlier? So if I was trying to slice it off that, if I was trying to deliberately hit a big slice, I'd go probably a couple of clubs longer just to allow for it. So start it kind of out towards huts. Won't start that far, but kind of out that way. All I would do is I'd aim down that line. I'd have that as my swing line. So I do picking a line. So if I wanted to start it there, I guess it's a little bit of a bridge, just kind of in between the huts and the left-hand greenside bunker. There's a little kind of dark patch. I'd aim to kind of start the ball aimed at that. Then I would have the club face, I'd aim my club face towards that, I'd aim my feet further left of that, but then I'd grip it in relation to my body. So it's effectively in the open face. And then all I do is just swing the club along the line of my feet. That's too much. But that effectively does it. So aim the club where you want it to start. This is back to your draw and fades. This is aim the club face where you want it to start. So that. Aim the feet for a fade further left than that. Feet, knees, hips and shoulders all further left of that. Grip the club in relation to your body. That's really important. So grip it in relation to your body, not the club. So again, the club face is open. And then swing along the line of your body. Does that do that one enough for you, Tommy? Tommy? Any more? Because I need to crack on. Any more? I'm loosening up now, I'm getting longer. Any more for any more. Sin it to win it. The more you practice random, the more you'll learn to get away with it. I mean, I whinge an awful lot. I moan and whinge and cuss and curse an awful lot when I'm not hitting it very good. And I'm not hitting it very good at the minute, but I can still score because the ball is still in play. Now, I've done a ton, and this is the other thing. I put not enough work into it, but I hit balls 4 days a week, 5 days a week. And I've done a shed load of practice over the years that is kind of holding me through to where I am now. Did a bit of swing kind of work towards the back end last year, which was great. And I can kind of ride off that for a few months after, and then I need to kind of start again. But I've done so much work of, we used to do, an old boss, we used to do 9 holes, worst ball scramble. So we both teed off, both hit 2 shots, picked the worst shot, played 2 shots from there, picked the worst shot, and we did that lots. And that taught me massively how important it is to have your bad shots good. I was always worried about not hitting it very well, strike-wise, and it still went down the target line, and he'd be like, don't worry about that at all, it's gone at the target, that's all that matters. And it kind of taught me that, and I've done a load of practice with random grips, random club face positions, random aiming, and combining it, because when the swing goes wrong during a swing, which it does, you then know kind of instinctively how to correct it to get the ball at the target. That's what I would say. Work on your swings. You know, have some lessons. Let me help you make your swing work without rebuilding your swing. Yeah, sometimes you have to, but do it that way. But just do random. Just do random. Random is good. I think I'm done. Oh, Nick's got one. In sim, what do you line up to on the screen? Okay, yeah, so Nick said, in sim, what do I line up to on the screen? So I always leave my aim point as, in terms of software, as the hole or the middle of the fairway. And then I pick where I want the ball to start. So there'll be something in the background, a tree, or something in the background that I will then aim at myself. But I'm always I'm always picking where I want the ball to start. Verbal, pretty sure he said maybe that's the answer after attempting the verbal angle of attack. Yeah, but I didn't deliver the verbal angle of attack, it was only like 3 or 4 down. I'm not sure I can deliver 10 down with an 8 iron. That ought to do it. Can I deliver 10 down with an 8 iron? No, 8. I don't know if it's 10 down with the driver. I know it's down with the driver for burps. Oh, I've got a big one there. Oh. Alright, any more? I'll explain the fairway finder. No, I don't want to get driver out. Fairway finder. Oh, Tommy. Fairway finder. What do I do for fairway finder? Do you know what? I don't even know what I do for fairway finder. What do I do for fairway finder? Oh, what do I do for fairway finder? all I do for Fairway Finder. This is where I now start to struggle. Now, you guys will know that I hate kind of generic, everybody should do this, one thing fits everybody kind of videos and scenarios, which is why I don't do them. I don't mind talking random stuff and sharing a few of my thoughts like that. But what is kind of my Fairway Finder thought is not necessarily going to work for you as your kind of Fairway Finder thought or something like that. So just bear in mind, and again, anything you see numbers-wise, HMT numbers-wise, that's what I deliver. That's not what it's perfect. It just gets it done. And you don't have to be perfect. Anyway, ranting. My Fairway Finder, what I try to do a lot of, and I don't know how well this will show, what I try to do a lot of is be connected in my downswing. So I've got an alignment stick through the belt loop, and what I'm trying to do when I set myself up is I'm trying to set myself up where everything is kind of in line, working together here, and then I try and work it. I don't know how well you'll see that. I try and work it so that my lower body and my upper body are working in sync on my Fairway Finder. So you'll see this end of the stick here, this end of the stick here works together through impact. So that, for me, is my Fairway Finder feeling. I'm trying to get everything in sync. Now, because I also because I also try to have my hands staying in front of my chest, so not working my arm or my left arm too much across the chest, because I try and get that feeling, I then have everything working together through impact. So I've got my arm and body club unit working, my lower body, and everything is all working through impact. So I haven't even hit a driver. In a Fairway Finder kind of swing, I guess that's all I'm thinking about. Is that everything kind of togetherness. It's slower, it's straighter, it's shorter, but it's that for me is pretty much, I don't want to say it and then go and hit another shot, but that for me is pretty much guaranteed to be down there. I can shape that, I can do kind of what I want with it, but it's that together kind of feeling. I don't know if I can go on that line or not. That's where I wanted it. That's the Fairway Finder. Hopefully that'll. Does that help, Mr. Tommy? Can I go now? Is anyone even still watching? No, not getting involved in that. Not getting involved in that. You don't want to hear my thoughts on gear effect and stuff like that. It's not worth it. No, Tommy, not happening. Right, I'm going to give it 30 seconds or so, and then I'm going. I think we're good. Sorry about the sound issues for a bit there and choppiness at the beginning. Thanks for watching, guys. Has Nick got something? Alright, boys, thank you. Well, we'll do it again, and hopefully I'll get all of the sound and video a little bit better from the start next time. Thanks for your patience. And hopefully that'll bring up some discussion and some thought that we can carry on. Catch you soon on the fairways.